Hey everyone, welcome back to a brand new video. If you're going to enjoy it, leave a like and subscribe to the channel. We start things off today with this feminist on a CNN show who seemed to be part of a panel of guests, and they were all having a debate. This feminist got into a heated debate with a woman on the other side, and well, the feminist's head was absolutely boiling. She was extremely triggered and shouting at the woman she was debating with, and the woman didn't need to do much to get this feminist completely angry.
May I ask you a question?
And wait a minute. No. You can't ask me a question.
Because you can't answer the question.
Oh, you can't ask me a question, honey. I can't answer, so don't even try.
What attracted the father of the Orlando terrorist to your candidate?
He's a mentally ill individual who ran for president.
I get it.
Pardon me?
What attracted him to your candidate? And your answer was he's mentally ill.
We now have someone on a show, and he was having a debate with a feminist about how there was a feminist that lied about certain facts, and he came to set the record straight. More specifically on the point that the feminist said that women on the corporate boards improve profits. He came with facts and stats to back up his argument.
We have for about 18 months now been presenting prominent feminists with Lying Feminist of the Month awards. And I had the pleasure this morning of being on ITV's This Morning on the sofa with Caroline Criado Perez, who we've presented 2 awards. Well, the first one was she lied about the impact of more women on corporate boards. And
by that you mean that this claim that women on corporate boards improve profits? You don't think that's true?
Well, it's not that I don't think it is. All the evidence says that that is not so. So we challenged her, and she has had no response. All the longitudinal studies that we're aware of show that women do not improve corporate financial performance. It's really clear.
This time, we have a feminist who made a statement that got everyone in the studio absolutely stunned. They really couldn't believe what she said. She was speaking on equality between women and men, and she made a statement about how child custody cases, and well, what she had to say had everyone in disbelief. A woman in the studio had to correct her on her crazy statement.
Distinguish between the kind of equality that you're talking about, which is you're basically saying that women shouldn't have, money to provide for their children. Men shouldn't have to pay money to provide for their children. When men actually petition for for custody of their children, they're very likely to get it.
What?
That's actually not true.
That actually is.
That is total bull.
When men actually request custody of their children, they almost always get at least joint custody.
Men always lose custody battles.
There's a get it and they almost always get joint custody. I mean, there's a very big difference.
We now have these young SJWs who are at a protest for equal pay between men and women. They were asked what they thought about the current pay situation and why they think men get paid more than women. Their answer was debunked by the interviewer, and when the SJW's friend butted in to try kill the point, the interviewer made, but she was far from successful in doing that.
Ma'am, do you really feel like you need a penis to get paid?
I do think that women get paid less than men, so I think that men have an advantage when it comes to jobs and wages.
Well, the statistics on that are really not that accurate. I mean, women are getting paid well, and there are women in high positions of government and every other sector of our society.
Well, they're definitely not getting paid as much as men. We need equal rights. There's much more, there's way more. I'm sure you can look at the statistics for this too. There's way more men in the government getting those positions than women. And those statistics I'm sure are like off the roof with way more men.
Next, we have an SJW who was given the opportunity to speak in front of a council, but what she said was very disruptive and disrespectful, and it caused her to get kicked out of the premises.
How in cahoots Deborah Juarez is with the cops, who's so disgusting and such a token that she won't even look at the people when they speak. We all noticed how bullies like Bruce Harrell, who speak publicly and interrupt women when they speak, just as you interrupt me now. We saw how those crimes went up. We saw how the disgust and contempt that you have towards the people has gone up. We saw all of this, and don't touch me.
Personal attacks.
We now have an SJW who butted heads with a Trump supporter. He got into a really heated argument with the supporter and had some pretty interesting things to say, but what he says at the very end is just utterly ridiculous.
I have done my research. I've done my research. He wants to deport, yes!
He wants to deport Mexicans. That's not a fucking issue compared to the black people that are gunned down every single day by police.
The argument goes back and forth for a while until our hairline receding friend says this infamous line.
You're fucking a white male! So? You're a white man!
The young feminists are back, and they were presented with a question about Hillary Clinton and how she got funding for her campaign from Saudi Arabia, a country where women are not treated too well. The answer that the feminists gave was just a whole load of nothing. She just showed that she had absolutely no idea what she was talking about.
Support Hillary Clinton. Well, did you know that Hillary Clinton took millions of dollars from Saudi Arabia for her campaign?
She raised millions of dollars for her campaign, and compared to what Donald Trump raised, like incomparable. He used the money that he raised to pay for a portrait in his home, which I think.
Here we have a continuation of a conversation that happened earlier in this video. A man was debating with a feminist and he was going against some statements made by someone else because he has stats that suggest those statements are untrue. The feminist tried to question his sources and information and even tried to make him look bad, but the man called her out for trying to make him look bad and questioned his statistics.
Well, that's interesting because you'll pick your studies and those that are in support of you will pick theirs that actually suggest profitability does increase.
I'm sorry, Fran, it doesn't. Everything that they present studies which show correlation, and correlation is not causation. It's kind of statistics 101. And it's why nobody in the world challenges our assertion which is that women do not improve corporate financial performance. And we have been challenging people for 3 years on this.
Okay. Would you like to keep them out of the boardroom?
Of course not. That's
so what's your beef?
No, sorry, Fran. That is a shaming tactic. The idea that I would want to keep women out of the boardroom. Why would you resort to a shaming tactic?
Well, why?
Here we've got two SJWs from a college campus who are not at all huge fans of Donald Trump and were actually huge supporters of Hillary Clinton while she was running for president. They had signs that said "Love Trump, hate," and they were asked to explain what their sign meant and why they're against him. And well, their answer was less than impressive. Just see for yourself.
Hillary supports love and Trump does not.
Yeah, there you go.
So that's what that means? Hillary likes love and Trump likes hate?
Yes.
What examples or what makes you feel that way?
Because Trump's racist.
What has he done that's racist?
Just everything, like everything that comes out of his mouth.
Hiring people of every race, color, and creed is racist?
Well, not hiring, but some of the comments that he makes regarding like different genders and different like races and just like anyone who he doesn't consider a true American, which he defines the white male as like.
When did he do that?
I don't want to talk to you anymore. So.
Well, I'm not surprised. This is what happens when you try to talk to liberals who have no...
We end things off with Milo Yiannopoulos, who owned this feminist. He first explained how feminism isn't at all what it used to be and that it's rather toxic and no more about equality. But then he also explained his views about BLM and how it's not an effective way of dealing with the difficulty black people are dealing with in the country.
The terrible, pointless, awful war on drugs, right? Replacing, the black dad with the state, which is what Democrats have systematically tried to do to you guys for generations. And Black Lives Matter's response isn't to say, we're going to try voting for the other guys because 40 years of this hasn't worked. What we want is better schools so that a poor black child who is smart could go to Harvard. They don't do that. They cause a fuss, they block a road, and they burn their own towns down. So yeah, I agree with you that there's a problem. But I think we probably have very, very different...
Thanks for watching this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, then feel free to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more content like this and so much more. Goodbye for now, everyone. We'll see you next time.